Yo, what's good? It's your man 100 Grand Ross, but the rock never stops. Tonight I wanted to continue in my series, The Blueprint for Success. And this episode is going to be about the Phoenix Suns. What is their blueprint for success for next season? If you like this video, I want you to smash the like button for me, hit subscribe and the bell for notifications. Truly appreciate all the love and support. Yo, the reason why I want to do this because I seen there was another video on YouTube. First off, I follow a lot of videos. I follow a lot of people. I really enjoy watching basketball, no matter what context, right? And so I see other people's stuff and I get ideas from it. I also get ideas from y'all when y'all drop it in the comment section, right? But this video that I saw was on some question marks around Western Conference teams. And one of the teams that they mentioned were the Phoenix Suns. And I began to think, what is it going to take for the Phoenix Suns to bounce back next year? Because how they lost last season, it's something that not everybody recovers from. They weren't beat because they were less talented. They weren't beaten because some guys just basically didn't show up, or they got hurt, or some fluke reason. They got beaten mentally. What the Dallas Mavericks and Luka Doncic did was they beat them mentally at their own game. I remember I saw the after game presser where Devin Booker and Chris Paul were on the podium and they asked him about targeting Luka Doncic and all the pick and rolls and forcing him to play defense and trying to take advantage of his lack of defensive intensity, right? And they just kind of laughed and they were just like, yeah, and they were just kind of, gloating a little bit. And I said, oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Because one, in that moment, you could see it's almost unconscious that they took their foot off the gas. Two, they gave fuel to a great, not a good player, a superstar. And there's very few that we give that title to, but literally to a player who can be your best player against anybody on any given night. You see, you don't want to, one, when you're in a playoff series, lose that edge of intensity that understands you can lose at any moment, that these moments don't come often, that you have to make the most of it. Where you're trying to get to, you cannot lose focus for a moment. And in this moment, they lost focus. Secondly, they gave fuel to one Luka Doncic. And when Luka Doncic obviously saw that, he said, oh, for real? Oh, that's how you feel? Bet. I'm going to need all that action. And what did he do? He turned the tables on him. He put Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, nonstop pick and rolls. He abused those guys. Matter of fact, he came in and he trash talked them so hard. You could see Devin Booker's face. He couldn't even engage him because Devin Booker is a trash talker. You can always tell when a trash talker is getting got to when they can't even talk back no more. When somebody's staring in their face, yapping, talking, and you can't say nothing back anymore. That's how you know they got into your head. Devin Booker, you got to understand, this is still new for Devin Booker. This is only his second season getting into the playoffs. Yeah, he had kind of this meteoric rise when the first season in the playoffs, getting in the NBA Finals. All right, that was huge. But to back it up, he hasn't been through the doldrums of trying to get back. And he's about to be there. So the first step for a successful season is they're going to have to recalibrate mentally and get refocused and understand where they let up off the gas, where they forgot that when by the time you get to the semi-conference finals, you are already facing other contenders. It's not when you get to the conference finals, you're facing another contender. When you get to the semi-conference finals, you're facing another contender. Because from there, anybody could get in there. Anybody could get there to the finals and have a great showing. And what they forgot was just how competitive this league is. And they took it for granted. Now, the second thing they need to do to have a successful season next season is they're going to have to get DeAndre Ayton the ball. One, because they got to repair the damage of not re-signing him to the max contract when he was first available last season after the NBA Finals, and then this season as well. You have to understand, players have pride, and they remember being undervalued. To an extent, it puts a chip on their shoulder, but it also alienates them and isolates them to a degree from the rest of their team. Because it says, you know what? Here I am sacrificing for my team, trying to make sure that we win, and I'm the one paying for it. I get devalued, right? DeAndre Ayton could have said, you know what, bump trying to figure out how to become a great defensive big man. I'm known for offense. That's what I'm going to do. Shoot my jump shot, shoot it from three, whether you like it or not. We suck anyways. This is when he first got to the Phoenix Suns. And he could have focused on his offensive game and been like Karl Anthony Towns, right? 20-something points a game, right? They're still not making the playoffs. But hey, you know what? I look good. I'm getting maxed out. No question about it. But he sacrificed. And in his sacrifice, he was devalued. And so now bringing him back in the fold to say, look, man, we know it cost you money trying to sacrifice for this team. We want to pay you back by helping you to have the best season you've ever had in your career. We want you to get up to 25 points a game. We want you to get up to 12 rebounds, a couple of blocks. Matter of fact, we're going to cover you on the rebounds. Go for them blocks. We want you to get yours because we know we can get into the playoffs. We know we can get to the number one seed. We know we can get into the top 5 seed. We know we can get to that second round, third round finals. We know we can get there. But we're going to need you, not the you that you've been. Not the DeAndre Ayton that's putting everyone else first. You need a hungry, almost selfish DeAndre Ayton. You need the DeAndre Ayton to say, oh, Luka, oh, you're going to pull me out on the perimeter? Bet, but I'm going to put you in the post. I'm going to come at you and put everybody in foul trouble. I'm going to hit this glass so hard, exposing that you ain't got no big man to hold me. And I'm going to demand the ball constantly. But you know what? But that's where the team has to come around him and reinforce that. Not just him do it himself. Yeah, he's got to do it to a degree himself. But if they're going to bring him back in the fold and maintain their continuity, they have to make a concerted effort as a team to say, we need to have your back better. We didn't have it before. We went to the finals knowing you were trying to get your money this offseason, and we didn't make sure you had an awesome year. Even if I got to take a step back, if you're Devin Booker, that's what real leadership is. Real leadership is making sure that your other guys that you know need to be there at the end are eating all season long, are getting theirs all season long. So by the time they get there, they're ready for that moment. Chris Paul used to say it all the time. He said the reason why early in games I'm focused on facilitating is because I know in the fourth quarter I'm going to need these guys hot. I'm going to need these guys ready for the ball, moving without the ball, hands up. And that's going to make the game easier on me. This is where Devin Booker has to adjust. The very last thing for the blueprint for success for the Phoenix Suns is they're going to have another good health year. And more than anything, with Chris Paul. Chris Paul has got to be healthy. Now, I know they have good depth, right? They got Cameron Payne. They're getting back Dario Saric. Mikal Bridges will be there. Cameron Johnson. You know, they have a good, solid team with a lot of depth. Landry Shamet, Torrey Craig, right? But the reality is, when Chris Paul is not there running the show, they're not a contender anymore. Because his basketball IQ in those moments, it doesn't matter if he's faltered before. He has a degree of confidence that comes from his experience that allows him to navigate and control games in ways that few others can. Sure, Luka can do it. Sure, LeBron can do it. Maybe Draymond to a degree. But if you don't have a guy who can do that for you, it's going to be tough getting out of that second round. And so they're going to need health across the board, right? Of course, they need their main guys, but they've also already been healthy. Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, right? Mikal Bridges. These are guys who've been, Ironmen for the most part. And so you can rely on them. But Chris Paul has got to be healthy. And with that, I want to know what you all think. Do you think the blueprint for success is them getting refocused mentally, getting DeAndre Ayton fully engaged, to that all-star level engagement and health? Or do you think it's something else? Let me know in the comment section. I'm going to get back to y'all next time. As soon as you put your comments in there, you know I'm going to respond. And I'm going to holler at y'all. Oh, definitely like, subscribe. You know what I mean? It helps with the algorithms. Help a brother out. Peace.